Linköping to me has always been quite mellow. At least it used to be mellow before people started shooting each other. But it was a quiet town, like upper middle class, lots of cyclopaths, not psychopaths, but like cycle paths where you ride your bike. People in Linköping love to ride bikes.
We have to establish that Linköping is the size of 100,000 people. And the alternative scene in a town with 100,000 people is not very vast. During the first day in high school, I met Mikael Stavestrand. He was wearing a trench coat with an Einstürzende Neubauten sign on the back of the coat, and we started talking.
The first time I heard about cold meat industry, that was in 1989. But I had no idea that this label existed, like most people in Linköping, because this was so extremely underground. And I was writing for a fanzine called New Life about electronic music. And they asked me if I could interview this artist from Linköping. This artist who called himself In Slaughter Natives.
Michael one day came to school and showed me a fanzine from that time called New Life. In the fanzine was an advertisement from cold meat industry.
And they sent me this tape. And I was really impressed because it was so dark, yet very melodic. It was, scary and beautiful at the same time. I was very much into horror movies, and there was something about this tape that made me feel like, watching a Dario Argento movie or something.
And Michael had found out that the address in the advertisement was in Linköping. So we figured out the address. We entered the stairways of the building. We went up, we rang the doorbell, and yeah, that's how it all started.
I guess there was like an industrial music scene in Linköping. It was small, but I had a band called Odessa back then, which was quite horrible.
I was actually one of the forming members of Odessa together with Fredrik. Fredrik's vision was much greater than the rest of us. So I left the band for the fantastic industrial project Die Heilbutt und die manisch-depressive Weiße Jugend in the Kalte Fabrik.
So the halibut and the manic-depressive white youth in the cold factory. I remember seeing Halibut live, and they would go to construction sites in Linköping and steal, machine parts and sheets of metal, and they would bang away on like angle grinders, like vroom, and then there were sparks flying in the dark, and the music was extremely brutal.
Over time, we start rehearsing and recording things. We give the material to Roger, who finds it quite appalling. He doesn't like it at all. Then comes the idea of starting another project just to sort of get inside the brotherhood. And that was the start of Varka Satani.
Feed the fire. Fund the film at soulinflames.com.